This video details the DIRAC calibration procedure for the Theta Casablanca 4A cinema processor. Before we begin the process, please carefully review the following booklets that were supplied with your processor: Casablanca 4A Addendum Setup Manual, Casablanca 4A Quick Start Guide, DIRAC Measurement and Filter Design Process, DIRAC Calibration, tabs 1, 2, and 3, and DIRAC Calibration tabs 4, 5, and 6. Your Casablanca 4A is supplied with a calibrated USB measurement microphone, a Theta USB stick, which contains microphone calibration files and other information, and USB cables. If you have not done so already, please download the DIRAC software to your computer. See the page activating your DIRAC license contained in the Casablanca 4A Addendum Setup Manual for this information. Also, before proceeding, the audio levels for each of your speakers will need to be set using a sound pressure level meter. Information for doing this is contained on page 16 of the Quick Start Guide. Start with your computer off and connect the Type A to Mini USB cable between your computer and the measurement microphone. Then connect the Type A to Type B USB cable between your computer and the Casablanca 4A. Play any stereo PCM source such as a CD through the Casablanca 4A using either the Toslink or coaxial input for the input which is being used for the DIRAC calibration process. This source should continue playing throughout the DIRAC calibration procedure. After you hear sound through the processor, turn on the computer. The drivers for the microphone and Casablanca should be automatically downloaded and installed, and you will see a notification on your computer screen verifying this. Launch the DIRAC software, and on the Tab 1 window, make sure the computer has acknowledged the Casablanca 4A. If this is not the case, open the Device Manager on your computer, expand the Ports, COM, and LPT tab, right-click on the Casablanca 4A, and choose Properties. Click on the Port Settings tab, then Advanced. Under COM port number, verify that the port selected is between COM 1 and COM 4. Change the port number as necessary, making sure the port selected does not conflict with another device. Launch the Sound Control panel on your computer and make sure that under the Recording tab, the USB microphone is checked. Place the microphone at the center listening position at ear height. 40 inches is common. This is the first of 9 positions required to complete the calibration. In Tab 1 of the DIRAC software, select your speaker configuration using the drop-down boxes. For our 7.4.1 demonstration, we will be choosing Custom System, a total of 12 channels with 4 height speakers. Click on the Proceed button when finished. Tab 2 is where you import the microphone's calibration file onto the DIRAC calibration system. Click Load File and navigate to the microphone calibration file, which is located on the Theta USB stick. Select the calibration file, then click OK on the pop-up box. Proceed to the next tab. Tab 3 sets the channel names, the associated output channels, and levels. This page should have been automatically populated with the names of each channel in your configuration. If this is not the case, using the drop-down box, assign each row to a proper output channel, then, in the first column, fill in that channel's name. The name you type must match the name in the drop-down box. Place a check in the subwoofer column for the appropriate channel. At the top of the page, check that the input gain bar is set to 0, then use the test column to verify output for each channel using the DIRAC generator. The signal strength of a given channel will be displayed on the level bar graph. The signal strength should be in the -15 to -12 range. It is not essential that all channels have the same output signal strength, but they should be similar. You should use the Casablanca main volume control to raise or lower the overall system volume. Proceed to the next tab. We are now ready to perform the DIRAC room calibration using the Measurement tab, tab 4. Make sure that you are familiar with the contents of the tab 4 through tab 6 booklet before beginning these steps. Begin by selecting one of the 3 listening room configurations. The sofa option is typical of most rooms. Note, when moving the measurement microphone, do so by handling the stand only. With the microphone at the ear level for the center listening position, click the Start button. After the first measurement is complete, you will be prompted by a red arrow to reposition the microphone to the next position. After repositioning, click the Start button again. Continue this process for all 9 measurement positions. A green dot will appear at each position when the computer has finished processing the position's information. Depending upon the speed of your computer, it may take several minutes to process all 9 positions. When all positions have a green dot, save the measurements by clicking the Save Project button. Then, click Proceed to go to the Filter Design tab. The Filter Design tab is where the room correction filter file is designed for the loudspeakers in your room. By clicking the Optimize box at the bottom of the page, all of the channels will be processed simultaneously. When the optimization is complete, the blue response curves will turn green. Save the optimized filter design by clicking the Save Project box at the bottom left of the screen. Click Proceed to enter the Export tab. Turn off the PCM source that has been playing throughout the calibration process. The Export tab is where the filter created for your room is exported to the Casablanca 4A. The correction file appears in the blue box in the upper left side of the page. Drag this down onto the green column labeled Filter. The time required to load this file into the Casablanca 4A is about 5 minutes. When the export is completed, all channels will appear in the green column. On the Casablanca 4A, push the Setup button on the front panel once. Next, push button number 1, which will have INP above it. Push the AD button on the front panel 2 times. Push button 2 under the word DIRAC. Push button 2 again under FLTA. Push the Setup button on the front panel 3 times. Turn off the Casablanca 4A with the front panel main button. Turn on the Casablanca 4A with the front panel main button. The DIRAC filter has now been loaded onto your Casablanca 4A.